can be scary, but only if you don't know how to approach it correctly. So how ethics can be tested in SBR? First of all, you are going to be given a short accounting scenario. Like, for example, an accountant wrongfully recorded preference shares as equity instead of a liability despite preference shares representing an unavoidable obligation to pay cash. And the same problem, the same action is going to cause the breach of different ethical principles, and you will need to explain them differently using different keywords. So first of all, you can say it may be that the accountant was unaware of, the keyword is unaware of, the requirements of IAS 32. And this is the breach of, name the ethical principle, professional competence and due care, and then give the definition of the principle, which is to maintain professional knowledge and skill at the level required for the job. Okay, but the same action is going to impact other ethical principles. So you are going to explain it differently. You can say, maybe the accountant knowingly reported it as equity for the gearing to look better so that the company would get a loan. So this means that she put the interest, the keyword is interest, of the company to get a loan over the interest of the bank to get true and fair view of the company's performance. So that is the breach of, give the name, objectivity, give the definition, which is to not allow bias, conflict of interest, or undue influence of others. Another principle, well, you can say that maybe the accountant knowingly reported preference shares as equity and not a liability to get a bonus. And this means that she was not acting with integrity, which means to be honest and straightforward in all professional and business relationship. And finally, professional behavior. By reporting the preference shares as equity instead of liability, the company breached IAS 32 requirements. And this means that it breached the provision of IFRS, and this is the breach of professional behavior, which, and then you give a definition, is to comply with the relevant laws and regulations and avoid any action that is going to discredit the profession. So that is how you are going to describe the 4 ethical principles. And we have one more, confidentiality. This is usually a loner because, to respect the privacy of the information obtained is something that is totally different from the above 4 mentioned principles. You also were taught about the threats to independence, to objectivity, such as self-review, for example, advocacy, and so on, but these are unlikely to be tested. What can be tested is the actions, and make sure that you escalate properly. So you don't start with leaving the organization. First, you are going to explain the importance of abiding ACCA Code of Ethics. You are going to request the accountant to report it correctly. If it doesn't help, you go to those charged with governance, so to non-executive directors of the board, unless the question says that they just said that they are not going to be bothered with that. And ultimately, if the issue cannot be resolved, only then are you going to retire. And that is it. So ethical questions are the easiest marks. Make sure that you are going to get it. And in the next series of the podcast, we are going to talk about the ratios, how different misstatements are going to affect the way that the users of the report see your company. So make sure that you subscribe not to miss it. And I will see you next.